Okay, let's look at different places on the course where you get to use the unitary method. The first place, we'll do a couple of examples, concerns itself with direct proportion examples. So example 1, the number of pages in a magazine increased from 64 to 80. The original price of the magazine was €4.40, and that increased in the same ratio or proportionally. So we need to find how much the magazine would now cost given that it has 80 pages. Okay, right. Okay, so the solution is when we use the unitary method, in this case we're looking for the new price, so we keep our price last or on the right hand side of the equation we write, which is basically what we know or what we're given. So we're told that 64 pages costs €4.40. So if that's the case, one page, so we divide 64 here by 64 to get 1, so we do that to the other side, will cost €4.40 divided by 64 per page. So therefore 80 pages, so that's times 80 there, will cost this value times 80 there. So €5.50 is your answer. So when it was 64 pages it cost $4.40, but now that we've 80 pages, to maintain the proportion we see that the cost would now be €5.50, and we did that using the unitary method here. Another example here, a car travels 100 kilometres on 10 litres of petrol. How far will it travel on 18 litres of petrol? And the second question, how many litres of petrol are needed to travel 360 kilometres? So the solution here, using the unitary method, is first of all always write what we know or what we're given. Something equals something, but whenever we're looking for, so in part I here we're looking for how far, so we'll keep our kilometres or distance value on the right hand side. Okay, so we know that 10 litres took the car 100 kilometres. So 1 litre would take the car 100 divided by 10 kilometres. Therefore 18 litres will take the car 10 kilometres by 18. So we divide by 10, times 18, 180 kilometres. For part 2 then, how many litres of petrol are needed to travel 360 kilometres? We're looking for the how many litres. So we write what we know, and we say that in part 2, we say that 100 kilometres takes up 10 litres. So 100 kilometres equates to 10 litres. Okay, therefore 1 kilometre divided by 100 both sides will be that many litres. So 360 kilometres, multiply that by 360 and this by 360 gives us 36 litres. Let's use the unitary method to solve an inverse proportion problem. So here's the example. 10 block layers can build a wall in 5 days. How many days would 5 block layers take, and how many block layers would it take to build it in 10 days? So we always start by writing what we know. So 10 block layers take 5 days, okay? And in the first part we're looking to find how many days. So what we're looking for, the number of days we keep on the right hand side of what we know, so it's on this side. So if 10 block layers take 5 days, 1 block layer, I've divided by 10 to get 1 here, so I multiply this by 10 to get 50 days. And 5 block layers, I've multiplied that by 5, so I'll divide by 50 by 5, I get 10 days. 5 block layers will take 10 days. For part 2 then, we write what we know again. It takes 5 days for 10 block layers. This time we're keeping the number of block layers on the right hand side because this is what we're looking for. Okay. So then from this we gather that if we divide, we work out that dividing this by 5 tells us that for one day 50 block layers, because we divide 5 by 5 to get 1, and we multiply 10 because this is an inverse problem by 5 to get 50 block layers. And therefore for 10 days we multiply that by 10, so we must divide 50 by 10. It will take 5 block layers to build the wall in 10 days. Here's a couple of VAT examples where we can use the unitary method. So David buys a meal for €120 plus 23% VAT. How much for the total cost of the meal, including the VAT? So we let the cost of the meal equate 100% to €120, and we therefore find that 1% is 120 divided by €100. Okay, so 1% is €1.2 or €1.20. So therefore 123%, because 100% of what he pays is the meal, plus an added 23% VAT. So 123% is 1.2 by 123 is 14720. Now, in the second example, be careful because many students fall over here. John paid €230 for a meal which included a service charge of 14%. How much was the meal before the service charge? So we have to recognise that John paid 100% for the meal plus 14% for the service charge. So we let 114% equal €230, i.e. the meal plus the charge. And if that's the case, 1% is 230 divided by €114, and therefore 100%, i.e. the meal only, must be this value, which is 2.02 times 100. It's €202. And if in doubt, you can always check your answer and find that 14% of 202 actually gives you 28, which when you add that to 202 gives you 230. Finally, a currency problem where we use the unitary method. Given that the exchange rate today is $1 equals €1.26, how many euros can you buy for $150? How many dollars can you buy with 18 euros? Okay, write what we know, what we're looking for on the right. In the first part, we're looking for how many euros. So we write $1 equals 1.26 euros. We're looking for euros, keep them to the right. Therefore, $150 must buy us €1.26 by 150 is 189 euros. That one's straightforward enough, but the second one, how many dollars can you buy with 18 euros? So we're looking for dollars, so this time we write 1.26 euros is equal to $1. So we're writing it the other way around, keeping what we're looking for, the number of dollars on the right. So if €1.26 buys us $1, then €1 buys us $1 divided by 1.26. Therefore 18 euros buys us 1 divided by 1.26 is 0.8 times 18 is $14.29.